Rescuers have stood down a search for a 30-foot sperm whale spotted in a Highland loch after the creature failed to surface today. There have been no fresh sightings of the mammal at Loch Eriboll since first light this morning. Animal welfare experts say it's still unclear as to whether it's left the area. Nicola McCally has more.
Breathing in the Highland air, this rather large visitor to Loch Eriboll in Sutherland has been making waves. Thought to be a 30-foot-long sperm whale, the huge animal was spotted on Wednesday by local resident Hugh McClellan.
I know the loch very well. I'm out there with my boat now and again, and I was travelling around the loch and I spotted what looked like a rock. But because I know the loch, I knew that it wasn't a rock, so I stopped to have a look, and I realised it was a large whale.
Scottish SPCA inspectors were on scene that night and were joined today by members of the British Divers Marine Life Rescue, the only unit of its kind operating in the UK, and staffed by volunteers.
This will pick up the tag if we were to tag the whale, and it's a VHF receiver, so it will pick up any pings from that and it will tell us where it is.
But despite being poised to deploy high-tech tracking kit, the deep waters off Loch Eriboll gave up no trace of the whale today. It had been thought it may have been entangled in rope, but with no fresh sightings, it was decided to stand down the search, with volunteers remaining on standby over the weekend.
We don't know for sure it was entangled. It could just be an injury. We did have one in Ullapool a few years ago that came in, and we believe it had a sickness. Came in, spent about 2 weeks floating about the loch eating, and then seemed to recover and make its own way out. And the fact it was moving around suggests that if it was entangled, it was dragging gear rather than anchored to the floor, which again makes it a different situation too, because you're dealing with a mobile, large animal.
So much could have happened overnight. We just don't know that with the tide, the wind. It might have got loose, it might have been freed or righted itself and got back out to sea, hopefully anyway, yeah.
So despite hours of searching today, there is still no sign of the whale here at Loch Eriboll. Volunteers will continue to keep an eye out over the next few days to see if it does surface elsewhere along the coastline. But for now, it could be the one that got away. Nicola McCally, STV News.